I would like to talk about the doctor.
Oh, my doctor, our doctor?
No, not our doctor, the lady doctor that I took out.
Oh, okay. Oh, the doctor! I liked her.
So, I'm kind of distracted by this framed picture of myself that I'm going to put on.
Like you're burying your soul?
Yes.
It's a framed picture of himself. Kind of, his eyes are cast upward, like he's contemplating something. He's holding a rose almost to his lips. And it looks sad to me.
I'm going to put it on the dresser of, I'm house sitting for a friend, and they have pictures of other people on their dresser, so I'm going to just slip this picture in there too.
Which is cool. And if you do that, you got it from this show. When you go visit people, randomly be prepared to leave a photo of yourself someplace in their home.
Somewhere in their home. And I used to do refrigerator magnets where you just throw up a refrigerator magnet with a picture of you on it on their fridge.
Which is genius.
And then eventually, you just try to see how long it takes them to figure out that you're on there.
But they'll always keep it because everyone uses their refrigerator magnets.
Yeah, they're not going to throw it away.
Right. It's brilliant. I'm doing it now.
So, anyway, the doctor. So, I was on... I think it was the Coffee Meets Bagel.
As seen on Shark Tank.
As seen on Shark Tank, dating app. And I said, oh, it's a doctor. And she went to medical school in Tel Aviv in Israel.
That's
right. Like a Jewish doctor.
Ooh, how rare.
And so I was like, that's a pretty good catch. I'm going to go for that. Remember when we were with our doctor friend and I said, hey, I got this Jewish doctor on the line. He was like, so what's the big deal? Because you were like, yeah, Jewish doctor. And he was like, I don't see what the big deal is. What's with the Jewish doctor? And like, because that's a big catch.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so I'm picturing like my later life after I've, thrown down the monster bone on her and won her heart. I picture myself relaxing by the pool. She's at a doctor's conference and I'm like shaking my glass to our butler, like another one of these.
Would you have gone down on her? We talked about this in past segments, so everyone knows how you feel about this. Would you have gone down on this awesome catch? Let's see how awesome she is now.
I'd almost have to.
Ooh, you feel compelled to. Not that the desire is there, but you're just doing it to seal the deal.
It's a doctor, Chris.
Wow.
There's different rules.
Wow.
I'm sure that when girls go out with doctor guys, they probably do things that they normally wouldn't do.
I don't believe so. Most girls these days, they know that sucking dick is just part of the deal. It's like you shake hands when you meet. Further down the line, you're sucking a dick. That's how it is.
I don't know. So,
yeah, you do.
I asked her, here's what I said. I said, you want to go roller skating with me? Because I wanted to think of something different.
Skating rink or outside?
I just said roller skating.
Okay.
I didn't specify.
Okay.
And then she said, it's going to be a really nice day and I figured roller skating rink because she probably doesn't have skates. I have skates. But she said, it's going to be a nice day. I'd hate to be inside in the roller skating rink, so let's go to the park. Let's go for a walk in the park. And I was like, great. So we meet at the park. So I park at the park in my car, and I'm waiting. I'm looking for her. And then she said, yeah, I'm parked, and I'm at this other side of the park. So why wouldn't she park where the giant parking lot is?
And this is for roller skating?
No, because she wanted to meet at the park. She didn't want to go roller skating.
Yep.
So I look and I see a girl that looks like her, but she's got a dog. And I said, oh, she brought this dog, and it's a border collie.
Okay. I love dogs.
Yeah, me too. So we get there. I'm playing with the dog. We meet and we walk around. And this is one of the ones that, like in my hobbies on the app, the dating app, I say I watch Spanish soap operas. And so this chick kicks off the Spanish right away. So,
she's fluent?
Yeah.
Oh.
So she just starts speaking Spanish, and then I'm like, hold on, slow it down. I watch the Spanish soap operas because I'm still getting my Spanish. I know I used to live in a Spanish-speaking country, but I still need some help. And then she was trying to be, showing off her stuff.
Sure. Where your Spanish consists of, how much will it cost for an hour?
Boo. No, it's like, I like food.
Me too.
I like to dance.
Just like me.
Do you like to dance? I like the color blue.
Yep, just like me. Yo quiero descansar?
Yes. It's dark. The bathroom is nearby.
I'm sleepy. Are you sleepy?
Mosquitoes are out tonight.
Ooh, you got me there. That's advanced.
So, there's no in-depth conversation, but she was pretty good. And then she was also speaking Hebrew. And then she said...
Ooh, Hebrew. Old school ancient language.
Yeah, and then she said, would you believe it? I went to medical school in Tel Aviv, and I'm not even Jewish. And I was like, oh, shit. I've been ripped off. I thought I was on a date with a Jewish doctor. And she was Italian. Like first-generation American Italian.
First-generation Italian that speaks Spanish and Hebrew.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? Is she a spy?
Huh. Now I wonder.
That's weird.
So we walked around, and the thing is, so this park was crowded, and everyone had their dogs, lots of dogs out, and then she was like, oh, my dog likes to run. Takes the dog off the leash. This is not a dog park.
Oh.
You're supposed to have the leash on the dog. This dog runs, almost grabs a goose, because there's some geese around, was like probably 6 inches away, snapped, almost grabbed one, and the goose barely got away, and I was like, fuck. And then people are looking at me, control your dog. Because they see we're together, so they just think it's my dog. And I'm like, hey, I'm just, shit. So I was like, fuck, this fucking dog. And then the dog gets in the lake and swimming around, chasing the ducks. And people are like, there's no dogs in the lake. And I'm like, well, it's not my dog. And I said, can you get the dog? And then, so eventually she gets the dog out. And I was like, this dog is fucking stuff up. This dog's fucking up my date.
Yeah.
But I'm determined to stick it out because it's a doctor, and I would like to be a house husband. That'd be really nice.
Oh,
right?
God. It'd be
I can hang out by I'll exercise all day so I can be in good shape for my lady. We'd be like, got your dinner ready? Give her a little back rub. If she wants some dick, fine. If not, that's cool too because, I'm hanging out at the house. Mm-hmm. I always figured if I liked older, larger women, I could just go into this lifestyle at any given time.
Yeah.
So the dog was fucking everything up, but after we walked around the park for a while, she said, hey, you want to throw the frisbee? Sure. So she had a frisbee, and she put the dog away, and so now it's just me and her. And we're tossing this frisbee back and forth, and I was thinking, this is really good. This is cool. I like this. I need to do this more on my dates. But, what other dates? Because I'm going to be with this chick. We're going to settle down. And not that I'm clingy and want to settle down with everyone, but this is a doctor, so it's a different guideline.
You've turned your date into an investment meeting.
For the doctor, I was like, this is a fucking doctor. And this wasn't just a regular doctor. This was an
attractive,
a high-earning medical field doctor. Yes. This was a specialist that when I looked it up on Google, it was a whole other tax bracket. So figured I'd put the effort in to try to snare this one. She had just gotten divorced like I had just gotten divorced. She didn't have any kids. I didn't have any kids. And so we threw the frisbee around, we talked, and then we went out to dinner after that. And dinner was really good, and she was goofy and weird, but in a good way. And I said, we have a pretty good connection. So then we wrapped up the date. Did not end with a kiss, but ended with a... Shit, it's going to sound stupid.
It doesn't always. That's the theme.
I don't know what people do. I'm not a good dater. That's why it's called bad dates.
Right, because it ends stupid.
Because I don't know what you're supposed to do at the end. So it was a hug, but it was a passionate hug.
Yeah, it does sound stupid. A passionate hug. You're like, oh, your hair's like just up and down.
No, I wasn't.
It's like
grinding
on your nipples are rubbing.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah. Throwing her hair back.
Yeah.
Just calling her girlfriend. He just hugged the shit out of me.
That guy hugged the shit out of me.
I need a cigarette. I didn't smoke.
Man, the hug was similar to fucking. No, it was a very passionate hug. And then she left. I went home and I was like, yes, doctor. And I know I called you and told you about it. But then we scheduled a next date. And so I was trying to get her indoors. I was like, I got to get her inside. So I said, hey, let's go to this bar, this pub, and watch the soccer game or something. And she was like, yeah, cool. But then the weather was really bad that day. So she was like, I don't know. I don't think I can make it. Can we do something else? Let's postpone it. Okay. So then we scheduled another date. She said, let's go hiking.
I've always wondered, why do people go hiking on dates?
I don't know. It's not a good date activity.
No, you do it with your bro. So you can talk shit in the woods, be yourself.
Hey, either by yourself or just with your friends.
Your dog.
But you don't go on hiking dates. But she said, let's go hiking. So I show up. Naturally, she has the dog.
Of course.
That dog shit 4 times during this hike. And fortunately, she brought 4 bags, but I will tell you this story. So the dog shit as soon as she let the dog out of the car, picked that up and threw that away. Then the other 3 shit's fine. We'll get to the last shit in a second. So
it always ends shitty.
Yeah. Yes. So we're going through, and as we're hiking up these trails, first, dog's off the leash, and everyone else has their dog, and this dog is not friendly to other dogs. So this dog is like trying to attack other dogs, and she has to go and try to wrestle her dog off of these other dogs. And I was like, oh shit, people are looking at me once again like, hey dude, control your dog. And I'm like, it's not my dog. I'm on a date. This is my second date. And so I was like, why does she just put her dog on the leash? It had signs everywhere, clearly posted, leash your dog. And she's like, she likes to run, though. She likes to run. Well, she likes to run and attack other people's dogs. And so I was like, this is not good. So that was one bad thing. Another bad thing, I hate hiking. I'm not a hiking. You ever heard of me? Hey, Chris.
Nope.
I'm going hiking this weekend. Nope. Call me when I'm back from my hike. And when we were in the Caribbean, they're like, hey, anyone want to go hiking? Not me.
Nope. We went and you did not.
I will not be hiking.
Great hike.
Yeah. I'm not hiking. I'm walking around some hilly terrain. Like, the fuck is going on? Why do I do this? Mosquitoes? No, fuck that. I'm going to be hanging out, having a beer, going, man, this feels really good to not be hiking right now. And so I'm hiking just because this is a doctor. I got to pull out all the stops. I'm going to do my part. And I said, maybe I like hiking. And it was beautiful. It was really nice, except for that fucking dog attacking all the other dogs. Then she also wanted to talk about my work. Wow. And have discussions about my work. And you never hear me talk about my work. I never talk about work when I'm not at work.
You talk about people at work. That's about it. Not even a lot of that.
But very rarely. And she had all these questions about my work. And I told her one of my least favorite things to do is talk about work, not at work. But she kept talking about my work. And I was like, oh, this chick is starting to get on my last nerve, as people say.
Yeah.
And as DMX would say, y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Up in here?
Up in here, which I hate that fucking song.
But it is catchy.
No, it's not catchy.
The chorus is.
And when people know that I hate it, they like to play it loud.
Of course.
They look at me and then they turn it up. They look at me to make sure that I see them and they get eye contact, then they turn up the song and smile. But anyway, so as we're deep in the trail, the dog takes its 4th shit. And I'm like, how much shit could this dog possibly have? Takes its 4th shit. She takes the last bag and she says, I don't want to carry this shit all the way back down the trail.
Oh.
So I'm going to tie the bag of shit to the dog's collar.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the dog will carry the dog shit down. So naturally, as we hike back, the dog is going crazy, attacking other dogs, rolling around in the weeds and stuff. So now the bag of shit splits open, and it gets all over the dog.
Oh, God.
And so now, and it still has a torn open bag of shit on its collar and then shit on the dog. And it's running around trying to be petted. And I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get away. And we make it back to to where the cars are. And so we both took separate cars. So I have my car, she has hers. And she's like, well, I don't have any wet wipes or anything. And so she's trying to get the shit bag off the dog, and the dog's trying to play with her. So there's like shit all over her, shit on the dog. And then she was like, well, I don't really know how you planned on ending this date and saying goodbye, but you do realize I'm covered in shit. And I said, yeah, no problem. I'm good. And I walked to my car, started it. And as I'm driving away, I realized I happen to have a large family pack of moist towelettes in my trunk. And I thought, should I stop and go back and say, hey, I got moist towelettes so you can get the shit off you? And then I said, no, And I just kept driving, and I said, me and the doctor are done. That fucking dog. Stop bringing your dog on our fucking dates. We're on a date. Why are you bringing your fucking dog? Leave your dog at the house on a date. We can hang out with your dog after we're dating. So after our third date and we're like petted and kissed and maybe fucked, then bring the dog. But we're on our fucking first and second date. You're going to bring your dog? Fuck you. Your dog's okay. I'm not going to say fuck the dog. The dog was cool. The dog's just doing what dogs do.
Yeah,
I don't blame the dog. It's fine. But you and your shit-covered dog that's attacking other dogs, please keep the dog at home. And it's a great dog, but, let us get our things situated. Wow. So I'm not having to get yelled at by strangers about the behavior of your dog.
And this has to be intense because you were willing to eat that pussy.
If it came to that.
I know that. So for it to push you to this limit of disappointment.
I know that a doctor's pussy would have to be clean.
Depends on what type of doctor.